How good is it? This is a fun bike. This is a really fun bike. Standard pipe. Yep, love it. I think this bike got me. I think it well and truly got me. Alright, it's got the better of me. Welcome back to another cheeky little video. I'm out doing a quick test ride on the CF Moto. It's obviously not going to be an extensive one, but it got the better of me. I've seen too many bloody videos of people riding these things and having a cracking time on them, and I need to see what all the fuss is about. So managed to get a bit of time off work. The weather's, you know, actually not pissing down, so I thought let's jump down to Triumph Suzuki and see if I can't get a quick test ride on one of these things. There's three things I kind of want to know, and that's how the weight is to manage. Like, is it going to be super tall? Everyone says that it's really light off the stand, and for how heavy the bike is, it's pretty easy to manage. So that's the first thing I guess I want to know. Second thing is what we're about to find out. What's it like on the M1? How high does it rev? That's pretty much another thing I'd like to know, obviously, for a bit of a mile muncher. It's kind of what I'm chasing now. If I'm going to move away from the DRZ, I want something that's going to be a little bit more kind to me on those longer trips with some off-road ability still. So what are we? A Fracco over 6 grand, sitting on about 108, 110 or something like that. Probably put that screen up a bit, but man, feels nice and stable. It definitely sounds like it's revving high. It feels ridiculously smooth though. Obviously being a twin, as I'm sure all of you watching this, you have seen so many videos of the specs and stuff, so it's not something I'm going to go into, but especially with such a short test ride. But man, smooth, especially coming from the DRZ. That thing, you know, no cush drive, it's rough as guts, but oh. And it sounds ridiculous. It sounds fantastic. Tipping in, it feels really good. Bike feels really well weighted on the road. Sitting in it, obviously the seating position is much different to what I'm used to, but I feel like there's a bit of protection from the bike from sitting in it as opposed to on it, especially from the DRZ. So turn right here. Like I said, not a massive amount of time to take this thing for a test ride, so this is not going to be a comprehensive breakdown of the bike. More of like a first impressions type thing. I'm going to take it over here. There's this sneaky little spot I know where there's a bit of off-road, just to sort of get a bit of a taste, see what it handles like a little bit on a loose surface, and again, what it's like if I have to put my feet down to manage that weight. That's one of the things I mainly care about. So weight management, because it is a bit of a pig compared to the DRZ, but still quite light comparative to a lot of other adventure bikes these days. The highway speeds, what it's kind of revving like, how it feels on the highway, which we kind of just got a little bit of a taste of, and it's not too bad, but it does rev a bit high, obviously. And you know, a sprocket change, as again you've probably all seen, can change that marginally. But yeah, and then I guess third thing is probably just overall first impressions, brake feel. Again, the ergonomics of the bike. This, you know, the screen seems to be a bit of a luxury compared to what I'm used to. Yeah, just overall general feel of the bike. Engine performance feels quite good. Can't really say that I've given it a hard time, but yeah. Do I walk away with one of these on pre-order today? Gear changes are really smooth. Like again, coming from the DRZ, where everything is snatchy. There's not a lot of smoothness to that bike, and again, you're kind of comparing apples and oranges, but that's what I'm coming from, so that's what I'm somewhat comparing it to. Everyone complains about this throttle being snatchy, and it is kind of on and off, but you know, in some of the more low speed situations, I feel like just modulating a bit of clutch can sort of ease that. Let's have a little look in here. Oh, weight feels great. Okay, traction control's on, I'm assuming. Mate, standing position feels good. Alright, first gear. Yeah, there's not a lot of, like, to be honest, not a lot of bite between your knees and stuff like that, so I feel like it can move around a lot. I feel like you got a bit of freedom for the bike to sort of do its thing and shuffle underneath you a little bit standing, but try not to get it too muddy. Go slow over that. Putting my feet down, I've got so much room. Like on the DRZ, I honestly, I was on my tippy toes, especially if it was a little off camber. But yeah, this thing, if I have to like come to a stop, jump on the anchors and kind of put my feet down, even on the hot, like that's a hole for this. Seems to be plenty of space, and I'm 5'9" just. I feel like that's probably an average height for most of the people that want to buy this bike. But we'll have a little look in here. I'm not going to dick around with that traction control. It'll probably take me 10 minutes to turn it off. I haven't even looked at it. Oh. Like really low speed, this bike's easy to manage. Like it again, I've been on it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but it feels really easy to manage at low speeds. Like if you're kind of creeping through some sticky stuff, feels like this thing's going to be pretty easy to manage, and we'll find out through here just sort of how easy it will be. What kind of room have we got? A little bit of a... Oh, how good is it? That traction control's just cutting in. This is a fun bike. This is a really fun bike. ABS also cutting in, that's shit. Maybe I should have turned this off. Oh well. Again, like I said, I don't have like a massive amount of time, but oh, this is so much fun. I like this bike. This is, and it's not hard work. Like, what a great bike. Okay, so first impressions, a little bit of off-roadness. Yeah, okay. What have I done? Have I just bought this bike? Ah, shit. Oh. Again, 5'9". I don't have crazy long limbs. I feel really freaking comfortable on this, especially like my knees hugging the thin part of this tank. Seat is ridiculously comfortable. Man, very impressed. I'm going to jump back on the highway for a little bit, and now that I've got the screen up, I'm going to give that a little bit of a test out, but I might come onto the M1 here and give it a little bit of jandle and see how she picks up, maybe from third to fourth or something. But rear brake's really good. The front one, you got to have a little bit of encouragement to get that to sort of grab a bit, but the rear brake, it's quite responsive and has really good feel. Oh, there's the button there. I could have just turned it off like that. They said I could have it for half an hour, so for anyone that complains about the power that this thing delivers, pull your head in. Honestly, you're not that good a rider, and neither am I. I get it, for those power hungry people that they want that, you know, 70, 80, 100 horsepower adventure bike, fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But carrying on and saying that this is, you know, not powerful enough, it's just you're dreaming. There's nothing wrong with this. Oh, the downshift, how smooth it is to downshift. Fantastic. Want to go through here some this is another thing that everyone bangs on about, right? And I 1000% have to agree. The sound of this bike, standard pipe, yeah, that just sounds beautiful. What a great sounding bike. As I said before, not a comprehensive breakdown of this motorcycle. It's just a first impression, sort of wet me whistle, trying to find out what everyone's banging on about. And just, it finally got me. I had to test ride one, and I gotta say, it's ridiculously impressive. I feel like a broken record. Everyone's been saying the same thing, like this bike's a unicorn, and just, you got to go and test ride it before you make your own opinion. And I will 100% second that. Before you get on the internet and start bashing your comments out about it being too heavy or underpowered or whatever, get on one and ride it. It's really, really surprising how well put together this motorcycle is. And to be completely honest, I can't say for sure that I'm not going to go back and put a deposit on one. So anyway, guys, we'll leave this video here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm at the lights and my foot is completely flat, and it still had a little bend in the knee. DRZ, when I'm at the lights with my foot down, I have like toes and barely the ball of my foot down, not a full foot with a bit of bend in the knee. You can imagine what that's like off-road when you come to a bit of a sticky situation where you've got to put your foot down and you run out of foot. Yep, love it. I think this bike got me. I think it well and truly got me.